Imagine this. You finally walked away from a toxic relationship with a narcissist. The endless cycle of manipulation, gaslighting, and emotional exhaustion is over. But then out of the blue they're back. Not in a heartfelt way, but with an air of regret that somehow feels off. Why now? Why, after everything, do they seem to care about what they lost? This intriguing phenomenon is not uncommon, and it's a mystery worth unraveling. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of why narcissists only regret losing you after it's too late. Before we delve deeper, let's set the stage. If you're engaging with this content, it's likely you've encountered narcissists, or are trying to make sense of someone's perplexing behavior. Whether it's a former partner, a friend, or even a family member, the patterns of narcissistic behavior are often strikingly similar. If this resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. It's not just about gaining insight, but also about fostering healing and empowering others who may be facing similar challenges. At their core, narcissists are driven by an insatiable need for validation and control. During your time in their life, you may have unknowingly served as a steady source of admiration and attention, fulfilling their craving for recognition. Initially, this dynamic might have seemed mutual, small acts of kindness or compliments exchanged. However, as time went on, it became clear that the relationship was more about satisfying their ego than about genuine respect or reciprocity. When a narcissist realizes you've truly moved on, their response often isn't grounded in love or a sincere desire for reconciliation. Instead, it stems from their discomfort at losing control. Narcissists thrive in power dynamics where they hold the upper hand. Your departure disrupts this sense of superiority, leaving them grappling with a loss that challenges their inflated self-image. This regret, however, is rarely authentic. For narcissists, it's more of a calculated act than a heartfelt emotion. They may attempt to express remorse, but this performance is usually aimed at regaining control, rather than addressing the hurt they caused. Understanding this can help you see through their manipulation and reinforce your decision to prioritize your well-being. Breaking free from a narcissistic relationship can be a daunting journey. It requires unlearning the patterns they imposed and reclaiming your sense of self-worth. The process may be difficult, but recognizing their behavior for what it is, a cycle of control and exploitation, can be empowering. Remember, their regret is about losing access to your attention, not about valuing you as a person. In conclusion, dealing with narcissists involves understanding their motivations and protecting your boundaries. Their actions are rooted in their own insecurities, not a reflection of your worth. By stepping away, you reclaim your power and open the door to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. If this insight resonates with you, remember to share it. It might just help someone else take their first step toward healing. One of the most baffling behaviors exhibited by narcissists is their apparent indifference or dismissiveness when a relationship comes to an end. This behavior is part of their calculated facade, designed to maintain the image of being unbothered and unaffected. By acting as though they don't care, narcissists aim to project strength and superiority. However, beneath this exterior lies a different reality. Over time, they begin to notice the void left behind, not because they missed the companionship or shared experiences, but because they've lost a source of validation that fed their ego. To understand this better, let's examine the typical timeline of a relationship with a narcissist. In the beginning, they often employ a strategy known as love bombing, where they overwhelm their partner with affection, gifts, and attention. This calculated tactic creates a sense of being deeply valued and secures the partner's loyalty. However, once they feel secure in the relationship, the love bombing fades, replaced by manipulative behaviors. By the time the relationship ends, the partner is often left emotionally drained and questioning their self-worth. Despite their outward demeanor, narcissists eventually come to terms with the absence of their former partner. This realization is not born out of introspection or regret over their actions. Instead, it stems from their inability to replace the validation and attention they once received. Their regret is not rooted in personal growth, but in the loss of something that catered to their needs. This self-centered perspective underscores their incapacity for genuine emotional connection. What makes this dynamic even more complex is the narcissist's lack of self-awareness. They are unable to reflect on their behavior or acknowledge their role in the relationship's demise. Instead of learning from the experience, they continue to view others as tools for fulfilling their own needs. By the time they realize what they've lost, their former partner has often moved on, healed, and regained their sense of self. For those who have been in relationships with narcissists, this understanding can be empowering. Recognizing that the narcissist's behavior is not a reflection of their worth, but rather the narcissist's own emotional limitations, can be a crucial step in the healing process. It allows individuals to detach from the guilt or self-doubt that the narcissist might have instilled during the relationship. Ultimately, the void that narcissists feel is a testament to the power and value their former partners brought into the relationship. While the narcissist may never fully appreciate this, it's a reminder for those who've endured such dynamics to prioritize their own growth, healing, and self-respect. The ability to move forward and thrive is the most powerful way to reclaim one's narrative. Here's where it gets interesting. The regret often manifests in strange and unexpected ways. They might reach out with vague messages, like "I've been thinking about you" or "I hope you're doing well." These messages are carefully crafted to gauge your reaction, without making themselves vulnerable. They're testing the waters, looking for any sign that they can re-establish control. If you respond, even out of politeness, it's a green light for them to try and reel you back in. But let's be clear, this isn't about rekindling a healthy relationship. It's about reasserting dominance. Narcissists are masters of playing the long game. They'll wait until they think you've forgotten the pain they caused, hoping to catch you in a moment of vulnerability. And this is where your strength comes into play. If you've ever wondered why narcissists regret losing you only after it's too late, the answer lies in their inability to value relationships in a meaningful way. They view people as extensions of themselves, tools to be used and discarded when no longer convenient. The regret they feel is less about you and more about what you represented, a source of admiration, stability, or even envy. For those who've walked away from a narcissist, it's essential to recognize the strength it took to leave. Their regret is a testament to your value, not theirs. They only realize what they've lost because you've reclaimed your power and refused to be a pawn in their game. And that's the ultimate victory. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this discussion. Your time and energy are valuable, and I'm honored that you've chosen to spend them here. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can shed light on the complexities of narcissistic behavior and empower others to break free. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, you are worth so much more than any narcissist could ever appreciate. Imagine this: you finally walked away from a toxic relationship with a narcissist.